Today we're going to be talking about the 3 biggest lat pull down mistakes that are keeping you from growing your lats. Alright guys, so let's dive into it. Mistake number 1 is improper positioning. I see this all the time from clients of mine who send in training footage or just from people in the gym. They end up putting the pad that holds them down just above their knee when you actually want it to be further down your thigh, more towards the hip area. This is going to allow you to feel more secure in the machine, and it's also going to allow for a fluid, more straight pull down. And that brings us to mistake number 2. So the second big mistake that I see people make with lat pull downs is that they end up leaning too far back and the motion almost turns into a row. Rather than pulling the bar straight down to their upper chest area, they end up pulling the bar more towards their face and throat and end up activating more upper back this way. What you should be focused on is driving your elbows straight into the ground and pulling the bar down to your upper chest. By pulling here and focusing on driving your elbows straight down to the ground, you're going to get a full contraction in the lat and minimize upper back activation. So now moving on to the third mistake that I see people make all the time with lat pull downs is simply just going entirely too heavy. This is something that I see people do all the time with lat pull downs and other exercises as well. People will pick a weight that they can't perform more than 3 or 4 good reps with, and they end up trying to go for a set of 10 to 12. And as a result, all of their reps look like this. They're just jerking the weight around, their body is moving up and down with the weight, and they're not even getting close to a full range of motion. These types of reps aren't going to help anything but your ego. If you want to properly build muscle and train as effectively as possible, you have to train with sound form, excellent technique, and a full range of motion. Not only is this going to help you build muscle quicker, but it's also going to help you prevent injury and help you stay in the game longer. Because ultimately, muscle building, bodybuilding, and fitness in general, it's a long-term game. The results that you're looking for aren't going to come in a year, 2 years, or 3 years. When you visualize your dream physique, you're talking 5 to 10 years of hard training and consistent dieting to get to that physique. So if you're training like an egomaniac and lifting way too heavy with shitty form, odds are you're going to get injured and potentially take yourself out of the long-term game, which is the most important. So to wrap up this video, I want to share with you guys the cues for lat pull downs that I use for myself and for my clients. But before we do that, I want to give you guys a bonus mistake that I often see people do in the gym when performing a lat pull down. Oftentimes, I see people with their elbows tucked in too far forward, and they end up pulling the bar down to their sternum area, and as a result, they aren't fully activating the lats. If you do it like this, you're actually working more biceps and upper back than actually training your lats. So if you actually want to target your lats and get the absolute most out of your lat pull downs, here's the cues that I like to use. Number 1 is to have the pad pressed firmly against your upper thigh. Second, slightly lean back and keep your chest high. Third is to drive your elbows to the ground. Don't pull the weight to you. And fourth is to control the negative and get a full stretch. So that's going to bring us to the end of the video, guys. I hope you found it helpful. If you did, be sure to give it a like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any future content. And if you're a hard worker dedicated to your goals and you want to build a physique that is truly timeless and aesthetic, click the link down in the description to apply for the Timeless Aesthetics coaching program, and you'll hear a response from me within 24 hours. And again, this is only for people who are willing to work hard and do what it takes to achieve their goals and live the life that they dream of. So if this sounds like you, I look forward to reading your application. And until the next video, guys, keep pushing, keep persevering, and keep it positive.